It looks like the freaking Harlem Globetrotters circus, traveling circus. That's
They're
what it
throwing it
looks
behind
like.
their back. There's the stat.
Benedict
Math.
Matherin, bro.
Yeah.
Benedict Matherin
Ben Matherin as Tyrese Halliburton would
led
say.
the team in points, led the team in plus minus, 9 for 12 shooting. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere, bro. Double zero. That's his number is double zero. His jersey number is double zero, bro. Benedict Matherin dropped a 27 bomb on us, while Tyrese only dropped 22. Dude, I hate you, Benedict Matherin. And I also hate Tyrese Halliburton. I still hate him. I really don't like Reggie Miller for being all on the sideline acting cool. I don't like any of those guys. I actually have respect for TJ McConnell because he's just kind of a baller. And Obi Toppin. I just kind of like their style. But Pascal Siakam, I hate you too. And
I hate
I'm
all these
still,
guys, but TJ McConnell, you're good. You're
I
good.
just can't believe this, bro. I can't believe we're at this point where this team of actual bona fide bums is making us look like we're just sellers, bro. It's crazy. It's actually crazy, bro. It's actually crazy. This team of bona fide bums is just exposing every issue we have, bro. It's crazy.
It's
But
crazy because when this was happening during the Nuggets series, I could understand it because they had the best player in the world
yeah,
on their team. The Pacers are bums
literal bums,
and they're
bro.
cooking us.
Bona fide.
I don't understand how their depth is so good, how their bench is. Everybody talks about the Thunder bench. Look at the Pacers bench. They've been matching up with this like crazy. The Case and Wallace experiment starting in that has gone horribly. Don't do that anymore. It's just absurd.
It's absurd, bro. It's actually crazy. Like, how is this team that had 18 less wins in the regular season than us just cooking? And
I'm gonna say it.
go ahead.
Dude, I don't think they're bums. You
They
can't
must
be a
not be,
bum and
bro.
beat the Thunder. I'm sorry. I think it's the
No,
same thing as when you get out and you strike out to a
you can't.
pitcher and you come back and you say, he's trash. He's trash. And he just caged you on 3 pitches. He's
Yeah,
sorry. You can't.
yeah,
I get what you're saying because that's when I'm upset. I think the other team is trash. I get it. But we're just getting outplayed. Honest to God, we are
yeah,
getting outplayed. They are just whooping us
Uh,
back just every single night. We look scared. Last night,
yeah,
that's what we were saying. We look terrified. Why is J-Dub the best player on the team right now? Why is that Shea? What are we doing?
yeah. He's cooking.
Night
Jacobs.
what? 19 turnovers last night. They scored 21 points off of it. You take away 21 points, we win the game. It's really simple.
Yeah,
Take care of the ball. That is the name of the game. But we can't seem to do that. And Ben Matherin's just getting his. I mean, he's getting his like nobody's business
his,
at
bro.
at will
yeah.
off
I've
the
never seen
bench.
a team struggle so much with just protecting the basketball, like the Thunder this series. It's like we cannot handle the ball. Every time somebody dribbles up the court, I'm concerned that it's going to get stolen, pass deflected, something's going to happen. They're going to dribble it off their foot. It's going to go out of bounds. The amount of times I have seen me Thunder this entire playoffs get a steal or get a turnover and then immediately turn it right back over again is over and over and over again. And also in crucial, critical, like momentum shifting points of the game where we'll get a turnover, we're down by three, we could hit a shot to get us back within one or tie it up, and then we turn it over. It's like that happens all the time. You can't have 19 turnovers in a finals game. That's absurd, especially because turnovers are something that you can control. There's something that you can absolutely control, not turning the ball over. It's just ridiculous. Kylan, you bring up a good point of like playing scared. What's crazy is like even when you're watching it through the TV, you can sense that. Like the Pacers are so confident right now. The way that they're
Mhm.
playing is just they're moving with momentum, they're moving with pace. They just look like they're flowing. They're in a rhythm and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And the Thunder are like reverting to this team that they have not been this entire year. They're playing scared, they're playing intimidated. They don't seem very confident in themselves. And it feels like the spark that we get is like Caruso. And he's like the one guy who like gives us that spark. J Dub yesterday too. J Dub's helping us out. But I mean just in general, it's just not looking good. to be honest with you. I mean, granted, it's the Pacers' first home game, finals game in like, I don't know, 40 some odd years, whatever it was, but still, like, they got to lock in.
That was
It's getting
ugly.
ridiculous. The Pacers should not take you 2-1. I can understand the Nuggets. The Pacers should not take you 2-1.
Dude, honestly, the Thunder offense really is not even that good, bro. Because they are only good on offense when they're producing turnovers and getting stops on defense. But
Yeah.
when the other team is actually succeeding at scoring, their aura just turns, their confidence and aura just turns completely off.
Yeah.
And the offense just goes stone cold with it. And it's like the worst combo. It's like
Yeah.
in that fourth quarter, the Pacers started shooting the lights out of the place. And um, I mean, everyone just was a bunch of Shea turnovers, bunch
Yeah.
of J Dub turnovers, and it just felt like nobody could get a rhythm again after they started getting hot, after the Pacers started getting hot. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's just weird. It's really weird. Going back to the original point, this is a team of guys that the Pacers that I knew four names.
Yeah.
I knew James Johnson actually have all the names at the beginning of the year, dude. I didn't. I'll be honest. I did not know Nimhard or Neesmith or Benedict Mathurin or Thomas Bryant, Ben Shepherd. I didn't know those guys, and they are balling out. It's
Yeah.
crazy,
I
and
feel like, oh, go ahead, go ahead. My
that's
fault.
just wild. How's that happening? Just wild,
Yeah.
bro. And dude, what I'm really like starting to think about is like, okay, we split the series 1-1 with the Cavs, and the Cavs had a really, really good regular season, bro. Dude, were the Cavs good, bro? The Cavs might have been like actually really good, but the Pacers, I remember when they got knocked out by the
Yeah.
Pacers, I was like, dude, the Cavs suck. Like
Yeah.
they were just playing in the East. That's why they were in the one seed. Bro, the Cavs might have been actually really good, and the Pacers knocked them out. The Knicks might have actually been really good, but the Pacers just knocked them out. Like it's actually like this run in general that they're on right now is actually just it's just weird because it's like how Tyrese
Yeah.
Halliburton isn't even a superstar. Somebody's gonna come on at me and say that, but
Yeah.
he's not a superstar. Bro's been
No.
on the scene for one season and somehow is leading a team of not very especially special guys to the NBA Finals. Pascal Siakam's been here before, but other than that, man, these guys are just role players on most teams.
I mean, honestly, if you look at it, I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's very similar to how we're built. Your star is 26 and everything is going through him, and then everyone else around, Neesmith, Nimhard, all these guys are like first year, second year, Ben Mathurin, all these guys are really, really young. And it's like I look at it as we have everything to lose. We're the best team, one of the best teams in history and all this other stuff. And the Pacers were never supposed to be here. So it's like if they
Yeah.
lose, no one's
Mhm.
gonna bat an eye. They were supposed to lose in the first place. But if they win, it's like you just beat the Thunder, who just went 68 and whatever. So that, I
Yeah.
mean, and that happens in every sport possible. If you're the underdog, you can play so free because no one cares. You're the
Hmm.
underdog for a reason. And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's easy to feed off that because then they're like, oh, bet. We're up 2-1. We can go up 3-1 Friday. And then you're telling me we can't get one more game within the next three? Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
if the Thunder don't win on Friday, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
over. It's
100% I think
absolutely
it's over.
over.
It's only
It's
happened once in
100% over.
history.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't get it. It seems like our guys are facing this pressure of we're the greatest team. We have to win. We have to win. And they're just losing who they are, really. I mean, they're just losing who they are from the pressure of feeling like they need to win the finals. And you're
Yep.
not going to win that way. You're not going to play good. I mean, we got to have somebody like step up and just take over. Like when we go cold, somebody steps up and starts hitting shots. Somebody steps up and stops turning the ball over. Like it just seems like we just completely fall apart and nobody steps up to pick up the slack. Not even Shea, who's our MVP. And it's
Hmm.
like that is not going to win you games, especially on the road. We came into the fourth quarter up five. I cannot tell you how many times we've played against the Pacers this series and they've had a 12-0 run, a 15-0 run, a 10-0 run, something like that where they just score and score and score and we do absolutely nothing but turn the ball over and hand it to them. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous,
They're
honestly.
they're
It's
extremely talented at capitalizing on negative like momentum from the other team. Like if they see one single turnover, oh, they're like, oh, bet. It's like
Who,
a
the
shark in the
Pacers?
water. Yeah, the Pacers.
Yeah,
They are extra, and then once they heat up, it's game over because you know, like you could probably go 80% on your predictions if you're like that shot's gonna go in or it's not. But most
yeah.
of the time they take a shot, it's like, yeah, that's in.
That's what's
It's bang.
crazy is most of the time they shoot the ball, I'm like, that's going in. Most of the time we shoot the ball, I'm like, fingers
It's
crossed.
literally it's not. I'm like, "Ah, no,
I'm like, I don't
no, please don't
know.
shoot it. Please don't shoot
Yeah.
it." And I'm like, but yeah, we have to figure something out because like last night, Caruso, I get it. You're you and Aaron Wiggins say basketball, but how in the world do you
That
throw
was
the
so
ball
bad.
right to TJ McConnell? I mean,
That
on
was
the
just a lack of
inbound.
focus.
What are we doing? And then you're mad at yourself. You just gave him 4 points in probably 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was so bad. That was
That happened
actually,
like 3 times.
Literally.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Chet throws one in and it almost gets, I'm like, that is the probably most simple thing in basketball ever, rather
This thing, it
other
looks,
than
yeah,
shooting free throws, maybe. I don't even know. It's easier than that.
it looks like freaking the freaking Harlem Globetrotters circus, traveling circus. That's
They're
what it
throwing it
looks
behind
like.
their back.
That's what's so frustrating about this team too, is like when things get chaotic, they get really chaotic. It's like
Mm-hmm.
if they pass an inbound and it gets stolen, the next inbound, Chet is throwing it 20 yards down the court. Like that literally happened. I remember the Cruiser thing happened. Chet gets in, somebody passed the ball to Chet, and he throws it like 20. I'm like, dude, make a safe pass. Make just get the ball past half court, slow things down. But it's like they just get in their minds, they just lose control and they're trying to speed things up. And it's like, that's the last thing you need to do.
Yeah.
Like, the absolute last thing you need to do is speed things up when you're making mistakes. You need to slow
Spec-
down.
Specifically the offense. Like
Yes.
that's what I was trying to get at earlier when I was saying like when the Pacers get hot on their offense, for some reason our offense goes cold. And not because their defense is getting any better, the Pacers defense. It's just because like when they start facing adversity in general in the game, their offense turns into this like weird, just like chaotic, like just mumble of it's just weird. Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't it's not even like orchestrated, it looks like just
Yeah.
like they're just passing the ball around. They make crazy passes that like try to go halfway across the court or
Yeah.
into the paint when there's three defenders in the paint
Yeah.
or they slip and slide. I've seen that a million times. They turn the ball over just it completely changes them when they are
Yeah.
down or when they're facing adversity. They are just rattled on offense,
Yeah.
and it's like the weirdest thing to watch. Specifically, J Dub right there. Um, J Dub gets really rattled. Chet gets really rattled. SGA doesn't look necessarily rattled. He did have a lot of turnovers last night, but I would say he doesn't find his groove when he's in these situations.
Yeah.
But J Dub and Chet just get absolutely rattled. It's crazy to watch. Like they're just making mistakes like willy nilly. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a few guys on the team that like really get us back in our like. All right, Alex Caruso, I would say
Yeah.
just Alex Caruso. Really, honestly,
Yeah.
he's the only guy. When he's out there, he's always making just good decisions on offense. He's not. He's trying to like calm everybody down, but
Yeah.
they just need to calm down, dude. When they're down, they just need to calm down.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, dude, you're the better team. 20
Dude,
times out of 20 million times, you're the better team. It's
if I had
just about mentality.
yeah, if I had $1 for every time I've seen iHeart on the top of the key try to make some freaking Jason Kidd, Scott, John Stockton pass into the paint when it's triple defender, it's like I'm sorry, I'm just like trashing everybody, but like it drives me crazy.
Hmm.
You are not John Stockton, Isaiah Hartenstein. You are a center. He will be on the top of the key and do a behind the back no look between freaking Pascal Siakam's legs. And it's like, that's not going to work. And it hasn't worked. It's that, I'm sorry. That I just had to say that. Like,
No, I
he
mean
needs to get enough attention for
yeah,
his bad decisions. And he
that's
needs to get
fair.
attention for his bad decisions.
I think honestly, if the Thunder had to play every game, you couldn't you couldn't run the floor on turnovers. You had to inbound the ball and dribble down the court. I think they would lose 50% of the games
Dude, we
because
wouldn't be in the
we
playoffs.
wouldn't we wouldn't even have made it into the playoffs because that is like you said, Spencer, honestly, the reason the offense is so good is literally because the defense is so good. Those defense you're
Yes.
playing, you're running back on fast breaks and it's 3-on-1. Like, of course you're gonna score.
Yeah.
But if you had
Hmm.
to run an entire offense for the whole entire game, they might score 80 points. And
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
last thing, and I'm gonna quit ranting. If I see one more missed dunk, missed layup, I'm going to lose my mind
It's
because I
unbelievable.
can't. I've never, and God, I'll put it out here. I am not the biggest basketball fan, but I've watched enough basketball to understand how it works, and I don't know what's going on. You're 6'6". No one, you're not trying to poster anybody, but you're just missing. I
Yeah.
I can't dunk. I'll put it out there, guys. I cannot dunk. But I know if I could, there's no way I'm smoking it. It's really a simple concept, I feel like. You just jump and put it in.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I
It's
don't I
really
don't get it.
bad.
You're an
Unless
NBA
you
player making
have
millions. I don't know.
Miles Turner in your face, like
Literally, that's it.
fouling you, come on.
But we're missing White Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
7'1".
Yeah.
All you have to do is
Yeah.
literally jump probably 18 inches. Not even.
Barely, bro.
He's just sitting on
Probably
his
not
tippy
even that.
toes.
Literally
He's
on his
just sitting on
tippy
his tippy
toes.
toes.
6 inches. Jump.
Yeah.
It's in.
It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that. It's yeah. No one talks about that in basketball because it's like you don't know how hard it did. Come on.
It is not.
Anyway, it's not that hard. My last point. This is what I think we need to work on before Friday, which is literally tomorrow. I do like that this game is a quick turnaround.
Thank God.
Um, we need a play when everything else is failing, when their offense is hot. We need a play, or maybe a series of plays, or maybe a playbook called "When Things Are Terrible," and it needs to be plays probably based off Shea that just ground us.
Yeah.
Just get us a guaranteed bucket or at least a really good look because
Yeah.
when this team gets rattled, they need something to just put them back in place. And when you're on the road in the NBA finals, just a I mean like literally when we were at the game and we would score and our crowd's going crazy, they'd score a bucket and it was like everybody sits down. All
Literally.
right,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
run is over. Like, dude, the Thunder need a play where they can just get their rhythm back, quiet the
Yeah.
crowd, calm their mind, and get an open shot that maybe Shea really likes, probably a mid range. And
Yeah.
so, to me, I don't know why Mark hasn't like tried to look for that, just a centering piece for this team. But yeah,
Yeah. I have one last point.
Goodness.
I've seen on Twitter a lot of people say like everybody needs to calm down. Chet is 23, J-Dub's 23, whatever. Listen, I understand that when you're playing on the biggest stage of your life, that pressure comes and it's intimidating. I'm not like going to back away from that. I get that. I've experienced that. But you're in the NBA. You know what's expected of you. You've been playing good all season, and you are clearly falling apart in the finals and in the playoffs in general. Like in the playoffs in general, Chet or J Dub in particular, I'm singling them out, have not been consistent. They both had great nights. I'm not saying that they haven't had great nights. They definitely have. But in general, they have been completely inconsistent. J Dub had a good dub. He had a great game last night. But there's been plenty of games in this entire playoffs where he's just gone silent. And I am so sick and tired of people using age as a reason to not mentally be ready for the moment. I can understand age as like a physical component, like he's 23, he's not filled out yet or something like that. I can understand that to an extent, but you can be mentally ready at any age. That's why you see 18 and 19-year-old MLB players playing in the World Series. Juan Soto, for example, was hitting four hole as a 19-year-old in the World Series. He looked completely confident. It's not because he was anything physical or his age, it was because of his mentality. And that's something that's completely within your control. Chet and J Dub don't have to perform like stars every night, but you can clearly see that they have something going on in their heads that is something that they can completely control. It doesn't, regardless of how old they are. It doesn't matter how old they are. Like you can figure that out. And so I don't know. I think people need to realize like this is not an age thing. This is a mentality thing. I can promise you if Michael Jordan or LeBron James was here at 23 years old, he would be turning it on every single night. That doesn't mean he would be perfect, but he would definitely be on. And our guys are not like that. They're just not. And I hope something changes, but they've lost their dog. They
Here's
lost
a
their dog.
last thing before we probably go. I would much rather them both play, I mean, balls to the wall as hard as possible, thinking like I can do whatever, than to I'm kind of scared. Dude, you're in the
Yeah.
like if I was I am 20. We are 23. Dude,
Yeah,
I would be nervous playing in the
yeah,
finals. Nerves, I'm okay with that.
yeah,
But there is 500, probably 500 people in the NBA.
yeah,
And you were at the top of that 500 range. So know that. Literally, I am one of the best players in the world.
yeah,
So why am I scared? Why am I scared of Miles Turner?
yeah.
Dude,
What? I was the number 2 pick.
facts.
Chet was at what? I think he was 2. Yeah. Like,
Chet
Was
was
too.
two.
why am I scared of Miles Turner? Please let me know. J Dub, I mean, you're playing, he's kind of turned it on. He's found it a little bit, but
He's
it's
found
just
his
like, dude,
groove.
get out of your head and literally
Yeah,
go hoop. Go
yeah,
hoop, bro.
Dude, Doris Burke made a great point last night. There was a lot of times where they weren't showing maxed out effort.
Yeah.
yeah,
And there was a lot of
yeah,
times Richard Jefferson pointed out that the Pacers were playing freaking just maxed out
yeah,
exhaustion.
yeah,
And Caruso and Shea, I would say, were playing maxed out effort. But there was some times where there was like some rebounds, some box outs.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, you didn't even
yeah,
try to box out.
yeah,
Somebody came from beyond the 3 point range
yeah.
and came and got the rebound.
It happened with Obi Toppin with his dunk, his
Yeah.
Yeah.
putback dunk.
It's like,
He came from the three ball, went between Caruso and Case and Wallace, and yammed it
hmm
down
it's like, gotta box
on Lou
out.
Dort.
It's effort.
Yeah,
It's just a lack of focus. So I
yeah,
agree with stuff like that. It's like, bro, it's just effort,
yeah.
not nerves. It's just
Which
effort.
is absurd. It's like, how are you not going balls to the wall max effort in the NBA Finals?
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy to me. That's mind blowing to me.
It's weird.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Just insane.
They'll probably win. Hopefully
Probably
they
will.
win. We're like, oh, they finally figured. It's like, I don't know.
Then we'll go up
I just
3-2 on whenever that is, Sunday or Monday, or whenever the game is. And then they'll go back to Indiana, go 3-3. Game
we
7
can.
is approaching.
I
What we
think I
do.
think it's going to game 7.
Yeah,
Hopefully, on it, frankly, hopefully, because if it
yeah,
doesn't go to game 7, it ain't going our way. So,
yeah,
in my opinion, so because I don't see us grabbing a couple road games. So, if it goes to game
no
seven,
shot.
I'm hoping it goes to game 7.
Yeah,
Hoping it goes to game 7.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy, that's all I gotta say. Oh boy, we got ourselves one.
Bet. We'll see
pray
y'all
for
All
tomorrow.
right,
W.
pod. See you tomorrow.
Peace.